it's Gina from orchidandopal.com. I'm back today with the best bead boxes from Potomac Beads, the smaller one and their XL version for the month of February 2021. I hope you guys are staying warm wherever you are. I wanted to do this unboxing yesterday, but we lost power due to a pretty nasty ice storm. Hopefully we'll thaw out soon. The power is back on, so it is time to take a look and see what is inside these boxes. Before we get into it, I want to share a coupon code. It's Opal10 with a capital O that will save you 10% off your first subscription. They have all different lengths, and like I said, they have a small box and a large box. I'll leave the link to their website right down below so you can check out all the different options as far as lengths of time you can sign up for and the cost, all of those details. And as usual, we're going to compare and contrast the smaller box with the larger box. These two do overlap, so keep in mind that pretty much everything you're going to see in the smaller version is going to also be in the XL, but the XL will also have more. Let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. We have our sturdy box that I reuse for storage purposes. It's got a magnetic closure. Always like to reuse those. And it looks like our theme this month is called Love Affair. So we're going to be taking a look at some soft pink hues, some delicate lavender, sea foam, and let some of these dreamy colors inspire us. Of course, on the back of that note, we have the list of everything we're going to see in our box today. We have a beading pattern, which is called the Rendezvous necklace, and everything included to make that, as well as a listing of items, beads, and bindings for the stash. Here is the pattern. So you get this printed pattern in full color. It's got the step-by-step instructions and diagrams, everything you need. And they also have a video to go along with that on YouTube. So depending on your learning style, you have both of those options to check out. So they have everything separated in the box for what you need for the pattern, and then also the other beads for your stash. So let's first take a look at the items for this Rendezvous necklace. All right, first we have a bag containing some Potomac crystal pear drops, 18 by 13 millimeter. It says 3 pieces are required for this necklace, and we have 4 here in the bag. You can see that they are very sparkly. And here they are out of the bag. You can see those rich purple tones, some pink, and also some gold that show up in these beads. Hole going up and down the length of the bead, and all of that faceting that's very reflective. Next, we have a bag containing some gemstone rounds, and it looks like we've got some rose quartz, and it's a pretty healthy sized bag of these 6 millimeter rounds. It says in the pattern, you're just going to need 6 pieces of these. So you can see already that you would have more than enough to make that pattern, and then also have some left over, which is what I usually find with these best bead boxes. They give you more than you actually need for the pattern. There is also a bag of check faceted rondelles in a 3 by 5 millimeter, and it looks like my color combination here coordinates well. We have some purples and some pinks and some clear, it looks like. They have also included a bag of 4 millimeter check faceted rounds in the color Rosaline. So just a note about the colors of some of these things, you may notice that some of the colors vary from box to box. So if you got this box, you may have gotten slightly different colors, although they could be the same, but sometimes they differ a little bit. We also got some seed beads for this pattern. We have some size 8-0, and mine are in this frosty crystal with the silver lining. And then we also received a bag of 11-0 seed beads. And here is a bag containing the Miyuki, and I received this gold color, galvanized gold, and a note that these are Japanese seed beads, which are great quality and add some value to the box. In addition to that, we got the bead-along bead stringing material that we'll need, and also our findings, such as the bag of head pins, quite a few of those inside, and the clasp, jump ring, and crimp beads that they call for. So if you're newer to bead weaving, even bead stringing, they change up the patterns quite a bit, so you'll get a wide variety of things to learn if you're looking to learn more about jewelry making, get more comfortable with it, and have a pattern that's ready to go, as well as all the materials you'll need, that is one of the best perks about this box, is that they have that set up for you and you can think of it as a learning experience. And over time with the box, you can build up your skills by following the various types of patterns that they include. So besides the items for this rendezvous necklace, they also included the items for our stash. We have a bag containing some Potomac crystal heart beads. These are in a bright red color. 6 of these sparkly faceted beads that are about 10 millimeters in size, and the hole running up and down the length of the heart. We also have a selection of size 6 Miyuki seed beads. That's a lovely seafoam color that is lining the clear crystal glass surrounding it. We also have some additional size 15 Miyuki seed beads. I received the color opaque ivory, and there's about 3 grams in that bag. We also have the Elos Parpuka beads in a lovely combination of light pink and a little bit of a gold splash over the top. Rose splash is what that's called. There's a look at them on this side where there isn't a label. And I've said before, these kind of remind me of pinch beads a little bit, but they're a little bit more compressed. But as you can see from the side, they are a 1-hole bead with 3 sides, and the face of each side kind of makes a circular shape. They've also included 1 glass cabochon. So here is the one I received. I'm sure these are all going to be a little bit different. This is 20 millimeters, and it's called Emerald Rose. I really like that combination. We have that striking emerald green with the floral pattern in the background with some pink, red, a little bit of blue. Kind of brings all of those colors together that they were talking about in the description. Next up, we have 2 of these Potomac Crystal Devoted Heart pendants. Mine are in the color combination called Volcano. And these are very flashy as well. They have that metallic silver backing that reflects the light, that adds to their reflectiveness. And these are not Swarovski quality. Potomac, it looks like they've been manufacturing a lot more crystal, which is great to see. That one's just a teensy bit rough, but no big deal. I mean, these are things I would definitely use, just pointing that out as a fact. And I'm sure price-wise, they are a lot more affordable, especially for the fancy shapes like that. Then next we have 2 of these check glass heart-shaped beads. The color of my combination here is jade gold. These have a really sweet vintage kind of feel. We have the flower detail on the top, kind of reminds me of a box of chocolates or something, with a big fluffy bow on the top. Turquoise opaque glass, there's the hole, 1 hole running up and down the length of the heart. Next is a bag containing a 2-hole shape. These are the Storm Duos. There's 4 grams inside of this pack. They're a 7 by 3 millimeter bead that has that interesting wavy shape, 1 hole going through the top and 1 hole going through the bottom, parallel through the beads. And mine are in this lovely red shade called Lava. Next is a bag containing some 1.5 by 2 millimeter Potomac crystal rondelles. There's 1 gram inside, very light seafoam green, and there is a closer look. So even more Potomac crystal. As we saw last month, they included a lot of Potomac crystal as well, and this month is no different. We also have a bag of Amazonite rounds. These are 4 millimeters in size, genuine stone, and they're called brown Amazonite, 7 grams inside, and you can see those hues of neutrals with also some of that really light seafoam green and very light aqua. And then the last item in this box are the 2 by 3 millimeter Potomac crystals. There's 100 pieces inside of this bag, and it looks like these are rondelles as well. The color inside is called Tanzanite AB, so like a deep purple color with that AB metallic finish. And there's a closer look at all of those sparkly little crystal rondelles in my hand. You can get a better idea of the color that way. These look great. They look really uniform, and I would be happy to use these. I'm also not mad at the fact that we got a lot more in terms of beads this month as opposed to findings. In the past, we have gotten findings too, but it looks like they are focusing on trying to get us some more of the Potomac crystals in the boxes this time around, just like they did last month. So that's everything that you'll find in the Best Bead Box by Potomac Beads for the month of February 2021. Again, the colors could vary just a little bit, but that gives you a good idea of what you can expect for around the $25-ish price point. No additional shipping cost if you're in the US, and they do ship worldwide with a shipping cost starting at $4.99. So now that we know what's in the base box, let's look at the XL version of the box and see what differences we can find between this one and that one, and also what additional items are inside that one for the month. All right, brought over the XL box, same exact box, same size and everything, same theme as you can see from the list we have, except that there's more on the list. So we not only have the same rendezvous necklace pattern with all those materials, we also have a lot of the same things in the For Your Stash section, but we also have a second pattern that contains all the beads you need to make that and the findings, and a third pattern. That's our bonus pattern. They don't include the specific materials for that, but of course, you know you can get everything at potomacbeads.com. So looking underneath the list, I'm just gonna set that aside since we've already taken a look at the rendezvous necklace. We also have the St. Petersburg stitch pattern, so a classic pattern with everything we need to do that, and inside the step-by-step instructions and diagrams as well as a video to go with it. And our bonus pattern is called the Owl Eyes Bracelet. So that one uses some O beads, some round duos, and other various items you can find at Potomac Beads, of course. So inside we have the bag containing everything for the rendezvous necklace, and just taking a glance here to see if anything's different, and it looks like pretty much everything in here is the same as in the first box, except for those seed beads are not as frosty. They're a little bit brighter silver line crystal, no extra finish on the top that makes those more matte. We have the same rose quartz and crystal drops and rondelles and findings and everything else that we took a look at already. And then we also have another bag containing the materials for that St. Petersburg stitch pattern that we saw behind that. We have a bag containing some of these 4mm check glass Q beads in the Spices chili color, as well as a lobster clasp. We have some Miyuki size 11-0 Delica seed beads, cranberry lined light topaz, and also some Miyuki seed beads in the color Sparkle Peony size 15-0 little itty bitty ones, all in tones of red to go along with that pattern. Then in the beads for the stash section, it looks like everything is actually pretty much exactly the same as it was in the first box, color-wise and everything else, except for I think there might be one difference. Yep, I think the only difference is that these size 6-0 seed beads are in a slightly different color lining. So the other ones were more in that seafoamy green color, and these are in more of an aqua blue. And then we have a few more things to look at. So first I'm picking up a bag of check glass pearls. These are 4mm, beautiful aqua blue with a lustery finish. There's a look at the back where the label isn't. Hopefully some of these aren't in too rough a shape. It looks like some of them, I can't tell if that's where the holes are looking through my screen or if that is some paint that is missing. So I'll have to investigate that. I also have a bag containing 2 check glass tulip beads. These are in a ruby red color with a gold wash. These have a vintage feel to me also with their unique shape. Here's a look at the bead outside of the bag. You can see that it's got a lot of detail. Those are fun. We also have a healthy size bag of round duos. There's 11 grams inside. So these are basically just like round check glass beads, but they have 2 holes going through the bead parallel instead of just 1 hole like a glass pearl or a drug would have. And you'll recall that they called for some of these round duos in that bonus pattern, so that's pretty nice. There's also a bag of the 2-hole check rosettas. These are cabochon style beads with a flat bottom, and then they have 2 holes running through the base of the bead. And the top has that rosette design that you can see pressed glass, and there you can see the 2 holes going through the bottom. Sweet little purple color. And there's also a bag of some rose Montes. These are the SS20s. There's 2 grams inside. These you can use for weaving and embroidery, and it's a very flashy ruby red. And finally, we have a 3-strand tube clasp that is gold plated. That'll come in handy. I'm actually doing a tutorial this week, which will require one of these. And that is everything in the XL version of the box. That one has more of a $40 price point, depending on how long you sign up. But I definitely think the value is there. Once again, we have a wide mix of different types of things to work with, things that you can branch out on your own and use, things that you can use in the patterns they provided. It's a solid mix of seed beads, check glass shapes, a few gemstones, some findings, not as many as in the past, but we have a couple clasps and things here and there, a couple small pendants, crystal beads, so a lot of different things. This is another box I highly recommend, particularly if you lean more towards liking bead weaving and if you really want to learn more as time goes on. It's a nice way to pick up skills and get everything shipped to you all at once, so you make sure that you have everything you need to try out some of these new patterns, which are different every month. In addition to that, Potomac Beads is also a full online store, as most of you know, so you know where you can go back and get more of these items. And they have hundreds and hundreds of beading tutorials to get you even more inspired and informed on some of these other items that they send along with the specific pattern items. So the XL version, 3 patterns, and then everything you see here. Every month the theme is going to be a little bit different and the colors will vary slightly. So just as a reminder, if you'd like to try out the subscription, you can use the coupon code OPAL10 with a capital O, saving you 10% off. I'll leave that as well as the link to their subscription down below the video, where you can find all the other details you need to know. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. I always love to hear from you. And now that a lot of the bead boxes are out of the way for the month of February, I will start sharing some more tutorials, finished pieces, and hopefully soon be able to wrap up that series on bead storage that I've been doing. But anyway, I'll be back again real soon. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a big thumbs up and subscribe while you're here. I'd love to have you back for future videos. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.